Whispers of Haldren Keep, in the heart of the dense blackwood forest, where very old trees stand guard and whispers of forgotten old stories and old knowledge stay around in the air, lies the fortress of Haldren Keep. Sat like a bird on top of a rough and rocky hill, its imposing stone walls have weathered centuries of history, guarding secrets buried deep within its maze-like hallways travel paths. As winter's icy grip tightens around the fortress, a group of educated people from distant lands arrives looking for refuge within its walls. Among them is Sir Cedric, a famous philosopher, and his group of eager, loyal students. Drawn by rumors of not well-known knowledge hidden within the fortress's library, they see Haldren Keep as a safe place from the storm's screaming and acting violently outside. But as the last of the scholars cross the dividing line, an unexpected strong snowstorm descends, cutting off all contact with the outside world. Trapped within the fortress's confines, they soon realize that they are not alone. Whispers of dark figures and hidden terrors haunt the halls, and a sense of unease settles over the once peaceful fortress. Within the limits of the walls of Haldren Keep, the educated people find themselves trapped by a sneaky and harmful sense of predicting something bad. Difficult to notice, skillful signs of something wrongly begin to show. A flicker of movement in the corner of the eye, the sensation of being watched in empty rooms, and whispers that disappear upon the wind's breath. Each event is dismissed as a trick of the mind or the natural consequence of being completely separate from others. Sir Cedric, the leader of the big, important trip, tries to maintain an air of intelligence, encouraging his loyal students to focus on their research and remain unstoppable in the face of doubt. Yet, beneath his composed facade, doubt chews at his willpower, and a seed of fear takes root in his heart. As days turn to weeks, and the strong snowstorm screams and acts violently unstopped outside the fortress's walls, the educated people cling to the comfort of denial. They calm themselves that the disturbances are mere parts of imagination, the byproduct of being locked inside and tired. Clear and sensible explanations are made up for each event, and the facade of normalcy is extremely carefully maintained. However, cracks begin to appear on the surface of certainty. Sleepless nights and whispered conversations reveal the scholars' growing worry. Their attempts to explain the unexplainable become weaker as more evidence piles up. Sir Cedric is haunted by doubts he can't get rid of. A cloud of uncertainty hangs over his once strong beliefs. Despite trying their hardest to stay calm, the scholars were suddenly overwhelmed by a wave of worsening symptoms. Strange shapes that couldn't be explained danced around the edges of their vision. Whispers grew louder, the words a jumble of madness that filled the empty halls of the fortress. Sir Cedric, once the wisest of his friends, is slowly being taken over by an evil unseen force in the fortress. He has horrible dreams that confuse him and make it hard to tell what is real. Every day, he seems to be losing his mind more and more, and it feels like this evil force will take complete control of him. As the sickness gets worse, a feeling of being alone spreads through Haldren Keep, like a heavy cloth that makes it hard to breathe. The group of scholars, who were once very close together, now don't trust each other. They are scared and suspicious, and their friendships are breaking apart completely. Everyone in the fortress is now by themselves, lost and unsure of what will happen next, like they are floating in a dark sea. Sir Cedric finds himself increasingly alone. His once faithful followers are giving him nervous looks as rumors of his worsening mental health spread quickly. Back in his room, he faces his biggest fear. He feels trapped with each passing moment. Yet, even at his very low point, a spark of hope burns within him. He is determined to uncover the truth, no matter the cost. With each passing day, the scholars' grip on reality grows increasingly weak, their minds battered by the constant assault of unknown horrors. In a desperate bid to regain control, they turn to banned texts and ancient ceremonies, seeking answers in the darkest corners of the fortress's library. Sir Cedric, desperate for the truth, throws himself into studying the forbidden knowledge with wild focus. His once logical mind becomes fixated, every thought filled with the mystery that hangs heavy in the dark hallways of Haldren Keep. But with each step closer to understanding, he feels himself sinking deeper, his hold on reality weakening like an old, worn-out cloth. Surrounded by dusty old books and crumbling papers, Sir Cedric discovers something that sends a shiver down his back. Deep within the twisting passages of the library lies an ancient book, a powerful object, its pages marked with the blood of many people. Inside its hidden pages, he finds a way to unlock the fortress's darkest secrets, a magic ritual of incredible power, able to tear back the curtain hiding reality and reveal the true nature of the evil that waits there. With the ritual prepared and the fortress shrouded in a strange quiet, Sir Cedric and his small group of companions gather in the chamber at the heart of Haldren Keep. The air vibrates with tension as they prepare to face the evil that has haunted them for so long. As Sir Cedric starts chanting, the fortress seems to burst with evil energy, its walls glowing with a strange light. Shapes flicker at the corners of their eyes, moving and twisting like monsters from the underworld. Yet, despite the awful fear that threatens to overwhelm them, the scholars stand strong, their bravery unshakable in the face of unspeakable horror. As the ceremony reaches its most important moment, a rip opens up in the world, showing a doorway to a place no one can understand. With a loud last cry, Sir Cedric and his friends jump into the deep, dark hole, their futures connected on an unknown path filled with sadness. In the deepest shadows, they face the true evil that plagues Haldren Keep. This force is older than time itself, impossible to understand. Its evil has spread for centuries, like the claws of a wicked god. But even though the darkness might swallow them whole, Sir Cedric and his friends discover a courage they never knew they had. They are willing to give everything they have to learn the truth. Sir Cedric and his friends braced themselves as they faced the ancient evil hidden deep within Haldren Keep. They were determined to succeed, but with each step closer to the darkness, they had to confront their own fears. They knew their search for truth might come at a great price. Yet, as they stand at the edge of destruction, a glimmer of hope appears faintly within their hearts. With a final burst of strength, they release the full force of their will upon the ancient evil, shattering its grip on the stronghold and throwing it back into the deep, dark place it came from. As the battle clears and the sounds of their victory disappear, Sir Cedric and his friends wonder about their real success. They defeated the darkness, but they also accidentally released powerful things they cannot control. These things they did might cause the world to fall into disorder again. As they stand among the ruins of Haldren Keep, Sir Cedric and his companions are left to think about the consequences of their actions. The fortress lies in ruins, its once proud walls reduced to rubble by the huge battle that has raged within its halls. Yet, even as they look around at the destruction everywhere, a feeling of doubt hangs in the air. They may have won the battle, but the evil that was once hidden inside Haldren Keep has not been completely destroyed. Its power still exists, a shadowy warning that it could swallow them whole again if they dare to get too close to complete darkness. So, as they leave the wrecked Haldren Keep behind, Sir Cedric and his friends wonder, did they truly defeat the darkness, or did they only postpone the unavoidable, leaving themselves facing never-ending doubt and fear.